Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will explain continuation of Family Expenses Management Project Part 2. Here, so we can create client script right here. I will select client script. So in all, search for client scripts. Here I enter name, validate expense about table. I select a family expense. So type is concept. Here I already created. Just I click. Here we can see, right? Name is valid expensive amount and table I selected as family expensive table. Here active is true. Here I select type as onSubmit. Here I will write some script. Here we can observe carefully. Here I select variable where amount equal to g form dot get value amount, right? Here we can see. Here, here I select variable equal to amount. So here G underscore form dot get value means gets the value entered in the amount field. Whatever the amount field we enter, that value here we can get. Here we can give some condition. If condition, I use if condition, right? If condition, if amount less than or equal to 0. Here we can see I am checking whether the amount is less than or equal to 0. So I add some alert message right here. Alert message is expenses amount must be greater than 0. You can see if the condition is true, display an error message and return false. Here, this is alert message, right? Here, I will give return false. Here, return false means you can see returning false prevents the form from being submitted. So we don't submit when this condition is true. The submission is prevent in the form. So if the amount is valid, the script returns true and the record can be submitted. If the amount is, for example, amount is greater than 0, so the form is submitted successfully. So this kind scripts perform client-side validation. Here we can test. So I open, here I save, I update, and I go for, here in all search for, so I go for family expenses table. Here this is right. This is app engine studio, right? Here in this we can see family table. Just preview. We can see family table. Just I click view. Just right click configure. Go to their table. So we can see I open the family expensive table and click view. Enter the required information. Here we can see. Here, here I go for show form. So if I enter amount is 0, right? So I submit the form. So because the condition is true, right? Here we can see if the amount field I entered 0. Now I click submit. The client script executes before the record is submitted. Because the amount is 0, the condition becomes true. Here we use in client script if amount equal to or less than equal to 0. So the condition is true. That's why we submit the form. If I again check, here we can see the system displays expenses amount must be greater than 0. The record is now submitted. Here we check here backend name. Here I just copy, just click configure client script. Here this is right. Just I open. You can see what is backend name, right? So I will check again. Just I update. So go back and again check. Here I enter amount is 0. Just I say. So we can see expense amount must be greater than 0. We can see some messages because in previous we don't add backend name correctly. That's why it's submitted. We don't see any alert message, right? If I add correct backend name of amount field, we can see alert message, right? Again I just click, again I zero, when I submitted, it stops, it prevents the form because we can use some client script. Here, this is alert message, right? Expensive amount must be greater than 0. So if I enter amount is 2000, just save. Just a click submit. Expense amount. Okay. Wait for a minute. Here I use separate script because amount field is currency, right? So I use script become shown. So we can see here. So here we can see here where amount equal to float. So we can select amount field as currency type, right? So we can g underscore form dot get decimal value amount. If amount or amount less than or equal to 0. If amount is ABT or less than or equal to 0. So we can alert expense amount must be greater than 0. So return first, return to. So just I update, you can check it form view. Just I click go back. So this is form view, right? Just I give, I select category, education, I select all fields, I enter amount here, I enter amount as 0. And cash is credit card. Approved by is I will select. So expensive date is. So just I update. So we can see some alert message, right? Expensive amount must be greater than 0. Because condition is if amount field is 0 or less than equal to 0 or emitting, right? So when I click here, amount is 2000, then just I update. Here we can't see any alert message, right? Here we can see. So this is client script in ServiceNow. So we can go here. So tester client script we already test. So we can go business rule. Here business rule we can give name as maximum expense validation. Here, so I am going to create business rule. It's search for business rules. We can see under system definition, we can see business rule. Just click. So here we can see the requirement is an expense can't be greater than 50,000. So I will enter, click on new. I will enter name, table. So name is maximum expensive validation. I select table as, I click advance, I select table as family expensive table. Here we can see some actions when to run. So I just selected advanced. Here we can see when to run before, after, ASCII display. I select before. We can see here four options: insert, update, delete, query. So I select insert and update. So here this is business script in ServiceNow. So we can go to advanced field. We can write some script here. So just here we can see condition. Here if current dot amount greater than 50,000, just GS means client system. Add error message. Here error message is, I will explain. Here error message is amount, expense amount can't exceed 50,000. So here we can see current dot set upload action is equal to 4. Here you can see current previous. So this is business script in ServiceNow. If amount is greater than 50,000, we can give some error message. That error message is expense amount can't exceed 50,000. So we go. So we can see some explanation, right? If I check whether the amount is greater than 50,000, if it is greater than 15,000, display an error message. Here, current or set upload action stops the record from being inserted uploaded. Here, this meaning is it can stop the submission or insert or updated the form. The important point is the client script runs on the client side while the business rule runs on the server side. So we can check here. So test a business rule. So I am going to again enter in form here in history. You can see, right, family expensive form. I can go back. I don't update, right? Here I don't update. That's why it's can't save. Again I create. So I give name again because I don't submit. I select, I click advance, I select table as family expansion. Here we can see before insert, I click insert and update, go to advanced. So I select script, right? So just I submit. So we can say maximum expensive validation. Here in history, I go for family expensive record form. Here this is. So again, I public, I give, when I give here, payment is credit card approved by this. So I just save. So we can see some error message, right? Expense amount can't exceed 50,000. Invalid insert. So when I click here, 40,000. Just I submit. So I can give must right. Just I submit. Here we can see successful submitted because we can give some script, right? So the business will check the amount before the record is saved. Because 60,000 is greater than 50,000, the system displays the error message, right? So the record is not saving. So now I change the amount to 40,000. On submit again. The system is the time, this time the record is saved successful. So the business room is working correctly. So in next video, so we can check history, you can check it saved or not, right? Just configure, go to table, you can see the record is saved or not. So here click show list, you can see, right? Here this is shopping submitted, here we select. So this is submitted. This is client script and business rules in ServiceNow for family management, family expense management. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more ServiceNow tutorials and projects. In next video, I will explain UI policies, flow designer, reports, and dashboard. Thank you for watching.